Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions coming at you here with a Modern Warfare 3 Search and Destroy Sniping gameplay commentary. Here I am in the map Fallen with the L118A. This gameplay is from a long time ago. I've been trying to find a way to work it in, trying to find a topic that would allow for the time and the just the flow, because it really is, it does get slow at times, but I do get an interesting care package and all these things, and it hasn't really worked out until now. Now, I have decided after a lot of prodding from people to bring sports talk to my channel, not to take over regular Call of Duty and video game talk. Again, this is going to be an extra added kind of thing. This is not meant to take the place of other things. So don't think, oh my god, now he's just going to talk about sports. Oh my god, oh my god. That's not what's going to happen. Don't worry. I'm still going to be breaking Modern Warfare 3 news, so still going to be discussing things, complaining about weapons so that you can complain about me complaining and all that great stuff. All the things that we love to do together. It's still going to happen. Don't worry about that, but this is just going to be an extra added bonus. And one of the great things about it is that I can cherry pick sporting topics that I've always wanted to talk about, that I've always wanted to discuss with a larger audience and get a message out. And really, I don't see a better time than right now to talk about this, and that's the Penn State football scandal. For those of you that don't know, Jerry Sandusky, a former coach, a former defensive coordinator at Penn State, or was he defensive frauds? I don't know. I don't tolerate cretins. I don't know what they were. He's not a human being to me. But anyway, Jerry Sandusky, a former coach at Penn State University, has been brought up on charges of child rape. He has been arrested and is being held, or well, now he's on house arrest, but he is going to be tried eventually for child rape, multiple counts of child rape as a coach of Penn State. And most of this is stemming from a 2002 incident in which another Penn State coach, Mike McQueary, who was a wide receivers, or who's the offensive coordinator now, but who was a graduate assistant back in 2002, caught Sandusky allegedly in the showers anal raping a young child. Now, this is graphic, I know, I understand, but this is as graphic as it's going to get. Now, all of this has happened. All this has gone down. Now, it was like a thread unraveling earlier this year. Was, oh, well, there was reports that Sandusky was kind of getting a little creepy and weird with little kids, and it didn't really go farther than there. Then it was, oh, well, he was sleeping with children. That's not good. Then it was, oh, he was using his Second Mile Foundation as a trafficking institute for young boys to get them in and around the country to other pedophiles that he knew and that had come to know him. And then finally it came out as like, well, the Penn State kind of knew about it the whole time, that he was diddling these young kids, and they didn't do anything about it. And in fact, they covered it up. Now, I hadn't talked about it up until this point, but recently Joe Paterno gave an interview for disgraced coach. God, what a bag of shit this guy is. Joe Paterno, and I don't care if you're Penn State and you're like, I love Joe Pa, I love Joe. He was a bag of shit. Bag of shit. Anyway, and did an interview with the Washington Post where he said a bunch of interesting things, and none of them very flattering, about how he, as the head of Penn State football, handled the incident when he originally heard about it. Because Mike McQueary caught Jerry Sandusky diddling this little kid, again allegedly, in the showers in 2002, but then Mike McQueary did to Joe Paterno after that, and he said, hey, Joe, I caught one of our really big coaches and recruiting tools diddling, giving with this little kid in the shower. What are you going to do about it? Now, Joe Paterno didn't do anything. In fact, he helped cover it up. He waited a day. Joe Paterno waited a day before reporting it to his superiors, as per his legal obligations as a caregiver, or as an educational figure, or figure in the educational system. But here's what Joe Paterno said, or here's what the interviewer said of Joe Paterno. He said, quote, he did not want to be seen as trying to exert any influence for or against Sandusky. That is covering up child rape. Joe Paterno, that bag of shit, that person who at one point when Penn State in the early 2000s wanted to fire him because the Penn State football program was fledgling, and they came to him and said, Joe, I think it's time for you to step down. We've gone through the paperwork. We've got a press release already. You're done at Penn State. Joe Paterno looked at these guys and said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not fired. I'm sticking around. And he did. And you know what he did after that? He covered up child rape. Now, in 1985, after a whistleblowing player was talking about players getting paid on the Southern Methodist University football team, that football team, the entire football team of Southern Methodist University, got the death penalty. Meaning for a predetermined amount of time, for all intents and purposes, there was no football program at Southern Methodist University. The same thing needs to happen to Penn State. Penn State football, even though I hate the NCAA, I hate the NCAA as an organization. I see the NCAA as an organization as a way for fat, rich white men to profit off of the plight of people that they have no intention of paying and no intention of compensating for their very talented and valuable time. But regardless of that, I think it's time for the NCAA to step up and say to Penn State University, you're done. You have no football for the next 3 years. Because this is what was happening. You had, first of all, I would have done it as soon as Jerry Sandusky was arrested. As soon as Sandusky, and it was alleged against Sandusky that he was diddling little boys in the showers, in the Penn State locker room showers. As soon as that story broke, Penn State football done. But now that it's come out that Joe Paterno and the Board of Trustees had a hand in covering up this incident since 2002 and other incidents like it, since that story has come out, since that's become the story, since those things have come out, Penn State football should be no more. Get rid of Penn State football. I want at least 5 years of no Penn State football. They have ruined it. The Board of Trustees, Sandusky, and that bag of shit Paterno have ruined it for everybody else. You can't diddle little boys and cover it up and then still run a very profitable collegiate football program. That collegiate football program needs to be taken away. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you want more sports talk like this. Thank you guys for joining. I am out.